All right, so we finally have my panda41. This is my this is the glass version of the panda41. It's actually the glass prototype from P3D Store with DSA paperwork on it in some approximation of Colmac layout. But what I want to focus on right now is the trackball. It took like 76 hours to get it working, and a lot of help from a lot of different people. So thank you everybody who helped me with this. It's based on Drashna's code and Seventeri's code. But we're going to take a look at this. So the trackball is hand wired to the PCB. So we look at the back. All right, so we've got, it's actually hand wired using probably the sketchiest hand wiring ever done. So we've got, like resistors here, and it's like technically hot swappable, except for the fact that I may have burned it into the acrylic a little bit when I was soldering. So the power and ground are connected here to the pads that are for, like, if you have underglow, like a string of underglow lights instead of the SMD mount ones. And the data lines go this way. They actually go through, I think that's a via. I just learned that's a via. Yeah, they go through down there to the other side of the PCB, and they connect to the headers directly. And the reason for that is that the Buddy C, this is the Buddy C by Monsinger. You can see Monsinger. There we go. The Buddy C by Monsinger is hot swappable. So I didn't want to connect the wires to the PCB directly. I wanted it to be connected to the headers instead. So you can kind of see it like on the other side, but it's not too much. Here we go. There are my wires. They look very clean and beautiful, don't they? So here's my trackball. So I got it working. The trackball code is based mostly on Seventeri's code, which is like, if you roll the trackball, it activates a momentary mouse layer, which is, like a full layer mask. And then it deactivates on its own after timing out. So you can see that when I roll it, it lights up, and then it stops lighting up when the mouse layer deactivates. It also is, I changed some of the codes so that it's all based on HSV instead of RGB. Which means that you can have user configurable hue, saturation, and value levels in the EEPROM, in the onboard memory, so that you can configure them just like by pressing certain keys, and then all of the colors that are involved in your layer swaps and in the mouse layer and everything will change to match. So here's an example. So when you press a different layer, it will change color, which is kind of, what you would expect. But these colors are not hard programmed in. So actually it's all based on the main hue and value and saturation that you select. And then those colors are just offsets of whatever hue you selected. So right now it's purple, but give me a second. So I hold down my adjust key, and then I scroll to change the hue. We'll make it like, I don't know, I'm feeling orange today. So we'll make it orange, and then I press that, and it gives me orange related colors. And so the mouse layer always just makes it brighter. It always just increases the value, but we can decrease the value overall, and that'll, we can decrease the value overall, and we can decrease the saturation overall if we want to as well. Also, the trackball works, which is nice because that was a whole thing. So now it works. Here I can show you. I'm rolling it around. Sorry for my desk. It looks terrible. Here's my cursor, and I can move it around. I can click with it. I put my I have a button that I hold down on the mouse layer to do a right click. So if I like hold down, what key is this, N? Sorry, I can't really do this twice at once. But if I hold down N and then I do a click, then I can get my right click. So technically you should be able to put mouse keys on the mouse layer, but I had such a time with mouse keys that we're just going to do it this way. We're going to have a state change instead. So that is that. Also, the entire thing is on VIA. So you can actually change the mouse layer as a dynamic layer, just like all the other layers, and it'll still be that like overlay and everything, and that'll still work. So yeah, so that's my keyboard here. I can put it to the side, I guess, and do some typing. Let's see. Maybe here we can lift it up with my wrist rest. Here we go. So this has polias in it, which actually sound pretty good. So there we go. Yeah. All right. So yeah, and you know, it's not the most like comfortable placement for a trackball probably, but honestly, just the fact that I have a trackball on this board is such a relief at this point because I've been fighting with it so much. These trackballs are like $15, which is great in my opinion. $15 from like any electronic supplier. Like the main like Mouser and DigiKey, and I got this one from Chicago Electronics Distributor or something like that. So I bought 3 of them. So I put one on this. I'm definitely putting one on the Draculad because that's where I got the idea and got a lot of support from everybody in a bunch of different servers, but in particular the Low Pro server and the QMK server, and from Sevanteri and Drashna themselves directly. So thanks to everybody who helped me out. And yeah, that's everything. So I hope that you guys might like to play around with this with your own keyboards, and I think the trackball is here to stay. All right.